another declutter video. Today we are going to be decluttering some highlighters. And to me, this is like breaking my heart because I love highlighters. I have like a highlighter obsession. I know that I don't get much use out of all of them. I know that there are so many that are similar that you guys will see shortly in the video. And I also know that it's been long overdue for me to do a declutter video for my highlighters. So that's what we are going to be doing today. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. Most of the video you won't be able to see me because I will be showing you all the highlighters. So let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so as you guys can see, it is pretty stocked. There are so many highlighter products in there. And then I have some outliers like this one that are just too big to fit in this drawer. First one here, this is from Becca. This is Prosecco Pop. And this was Jaclyn Hill's collaboration with them. It's a really beautiful kind of champagne-y kind of color. I really do like it. I don't get much use out of it only because I do have the Jaclyn Hill palette that comes with this as a highlighter. And I have other highlighters that I much prefer. This one is from e.l.f. This is the Sunkissed Bronzer. So it's supposed to be a bronzer. You can see that it does have some shimmer in it, and it gives your skin a really beautiful kind of kiss glow. It is pretty subtle, and on the skin it doesn't look like much, but when you apply it on as like a blush topper or bronzer topper, this works really well. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile only because I haven't used it in quite some time, but I know that I can get use out of it for the summer, and I really do like the way it looks, so this will go in the maybe pile. Next up, we have this one from Essence. This is the Pure Nude Highlighter. This is in the shade and Be My Highlight, a baked powder highlighter. And I really do like the formula of this. It's really nice and lightweight on the skin. It's a little bit more lighter. It's a little bit kind of like a pearl highlighter. I do like this, but I do find that this is just a little bit light on my skin tone since I am more of a medium skin, and I don't get much use out of this, so I will be getting rid of this one. So next up, we have this one from Makeup Revolution. This is the Shimmer Brick in Radiant. It has all of these colors here. I really do like that you can use all of them mixed together for really nice glow, or you can just use one of the strips. I do like that this one does lean more pearl, but it's like pearly gold. And it's a little bit bronze too. We'll be keeping this one. So next up we have these two from Dose of Colors. These are Fuego and Mírame, and these are from the Desi Katie collaboration. This one is Mírame. It's a little bit more of a silver kind of pearl. This one's more bronzy and gold. I love the packaging of both of these. It was a limited edition collection. Love Desi and Katie, so I'll be keeping both of them. So last up in that little cube is this one from Dior. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette, and as you can see, it does come with different colors. This is more of like a bronzy one. This one's more like a pink blush tone, and then you have a white and like a gold. I really do like all of these, and this is a pretty expensive palette. It was actually gifted to me. I do really like it for the summer in particular, both the blush and the bronzer, so I will be keeping this guy. Onto the second little cube up is this little guy. This is from Fenty Beauty. This is Hustla Baby. A little sample size of this highlighter. I really do like this highlighter. It's a really beautiful kind of like peachy toned highlighter. It looks really nice on the skin. It leans a little bit more peach and like yellow gold. I do like it. I don't get a lot of use out of it, but I do really enjoy it, so I will be keeping this one. So we have this one from Makeup Forever. This is the Pro Sculpting Duo, so this is actually 2-in-1. Bronzer at the bottom and then a gold highlight at the top. I do get use out of both of these. I actually just used this a couple of days ago. Love the bronzer and love a really good gold highlighter, so I will be keeping this one. Next up, we have two highlighters from Galactic. They're kind of an indie brand if you don't know them. This first one is Natural. A really nice kind of pearl color. It does brighten up the skin a little bit, and it's not too frosty or too glittery. This one I think is going to go in the maybe pile only because I prefer a frosty highlight and I don't get much use out of this, so there's just no point in keeping it. This other Galactic is actually called Luster. It's like a light lilac kind of color, and it does give off a more lilac and silver kind of tone. I love it. It is very unique in my collection, and it is very frosty. I like the formula of this, so I will be keeping it. So next up we have an oldie but goodie. This is the Lou Manizer from the Balm. It's a really beautiful pearl gold kind of highlighter. I really do like it, but I don't get much use out of this one only because I prefer more gold, like true gold or bronzy highlighters. And this one's actually really, really old, so I think it's time for it to go. So next we have this one from Becca. This is actually Jaclyn Hill's collaboration. This is Champagne Pop. It's this really beautiful champagne-y pearl kind of color. I do really like this formula. Wear this one more than I wear Prosecco Pop. It's a really beautiful champagne shade right there. Since I am getting rid of Prosecco Pop, I am going to be keeping this guy. And the last one in that little pile is from Pixie Beauty, so it's an affordable one. This is the Pixie and Aspen Novard collaboration. I don't know who that is, but this is in Santorini Sunset. I believe this was a limited edition release. I don't think you can purchase it anymore. It is a really frosty, have a hint of pearl in there. It's a pretty unique shade. I don't get much use out of it, but it was a limited edition release and I do like the shade, so I think I am going to keep it. Alright, so now moving on to this last little drawer here. I have this one from Kiko Milano. This is actually an eyeshadow. This is the 208 eyeshadow, and I think it's called the Water Shadow. It's this little guy right here. As you can see, it's a beautiful like gold kind of color. This one became really popular because it reminded a lot of people of Whisper of Guilt. It's just that beautiful, rich, yellow gold kind of highlighter. A really nice frosty shadow, really pigmented. I don't believe that Kiko is sold regularly in lots of places. I just really like this shade, so I will be keeping it. I have this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the So Hollywood highlighter. It's a really beautiful shade. Again, it's like a gold kind of shade. Really, really nicely pigmented, very frosty. I love this one. I definitely know I'm gonna keep it, and that's it. Alright, moving on, we have this one from Ofra. Clearly you can tell that this has been an OG product or has been in my collection for some time because this is the old packaging. This is Rodeo Drive. Another beautiful like yellow gold highlighter shade. I'll do a swatch for you guys, but again, it's just a beautiful yellow gold kind of shade. These lights kind of wash it out a little bit, but you can see that it's super beautiful on the skin. I actually really love this formula. It's one of my favorite highlighters in my collection, so I will be keeping it. Another Ofra highlighter here, again in the OG packaging. This is in the shade Blissful, and this one is a little bit more bronzy and it has a little bit of like a silver tone to it, almost like a bronzy coppery kind of tone, but it doesn't look really dark on the skin or anything like that. I really love this one. It's another unique highlighter in my collection and I love the formula of Ofra, so I'll be keeping this one too. Up we have this one from Too Faced. This is called Pineapple Sun. This one came in a little like limited edition set, and it's actually a highlighter and a bronzer. I really do like both of them, but I don't get much use out of them. I feel like I have other products that are the same shade and better in my collection, so this little guy is gonna go. This side, this is another drugstore pick. This is the Master Chrome from Maybelline. This is in the shade Molten Gold 100. Really beautiful, again, gold highlighter. I love gold highlighters. I feel like they look best on my skin. I feel like I get more use out of them. Really nice emblem there. This one is super pigmented and really frosty. You can see that it is more of like a darker kind of gold on the skin. Still really nice, perfect for summer. I do enjoy this formula and shade, so I will be keeping it. Alright, so far so good. So these are the highlighters in the first section. Thus far, these are the highlighters that will be going. Alright, so now starting with the middle row, this is the Oh Darling highlighter. So this is another gold highlighter. Really, really love this one. Again, the beautiful gold highlighter. This one was very, very similar. I remember this sold out everywhere. Very simple blue packaging, but I still get a lot of use out of it. I still love it, so I'm gonna keep it. This is another MAC one. This is an Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This is in Show Gold. So this one is also a gold, but it has a little bit of a pink reflect on it. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but it does have kind of like a pink undertone to it as well. I really did like it. I thought it was very unique and I feel like this is more appropriate for someone who has more fairer skin than I do. I don't really see much of a difference to it, and it's not the most frosty or intense gold highlighter. I don't get a lot of use out of it, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is another MAC product. This is a mineralized skin finish, and this is in Soft and Gentle. This is a really beautiful kind of baked highlighter. You can see there, it's a little bit more of a nude kind of highlighter. It does have some pearl veining within it. It gives you a really nice kind of glow to your skin. This is perfect for like brides. because it does give you a little bit of like a highlight to the skin, but it's a little bit more natural. I was saying with this one is also pretty natural and pretty light and fair. So in my opinion, I don't need both of them. I do prefer this MAC one as well, so I am going to be keeping this one since I did toss that Galactic one. So next we have a stack of the Mega Glow highlighters from Wet n Wild. These are really good highlighters if you're looking for drugstore alternatives. First one is Precious Petals, and this one is like a silvery champagne kind of color. Really beautiful shade on the skin, really nice formula, and I get a lot of use out of this one, so I will be keeping this guy. Next one I have is Blossom Glow. This one is a little bit more of a pearl. It does have some like silver iridescence to it. Still really good formula as well. Very frosty. I do like this one as well, so I will be keeping that one. Next one here is Golden Flower Crown. This one, as you can see, is more of a gold shade. Really beautiful gold. I really do like it, but I have so many gold highlighters that I much rather prefer, so this one I am gonna get rid of. And then the last one I have here is Crown of My Canopy. This is more of like an orange bronzy kind of tone. I do like this one as well because of the formula. It does definitely give more of a bronze kind of glow to the skin, and I don't get much use out of it, so I'm gonna get rid of this one too. Next I have this highlighting powder from Bobbi Brown. It's this beautiful bronze glow highlighting powder. I love Bobbi Brown's formula. It is one of my favorite highlight formulas. Really beautiful bronzy gold shine to the skin. I absolutely love it. I get a lot of use out of this product as well, so I will be keeping this guy. Next is this highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Amrezy collaboration highlighter. I love this one. This one was also limited edition. Really beautiful gold highlighter. We'll be keeping this one as well. Next I have this highlighter from Persona. This is the Cali Glow Zuma highlighter. Really good highlighter. The formula is very smooth and soft to the touch. Another gold highlighter. This one is a little bit more gold pearl kind of shade. Don't get much use out of it because I have other highlighters in the similar shade, but I do really like the formula, so I think I'm going to keep it and just try to rotate it out more. So this next highlighter I have here is from a brand called Mirabella. They're more of an indie brand. I have heard nobody besides like one or two people talk about this highlighter. I actually found this highlighter through Rosita Applebaum, who had talked about it on her channel a while ago. The Brilliant Highlighting Powder in Swirling Pearl. Love this powder. It is so beautiful. It is one of the most finely milled highlighting powders I've ever tried. This is a true pearl highlighting powder, and it has like flecks of silver in it. It makes your skin look so nice and dewy. This is the highlighting powder I wore to my wedding just because it was frosty enough that it gave a glow and shine, but it wasn't like overpowering the look. It just kind of melts into the skin. It is a mineralized highlighting powder. I absolutely love this one. Pearl one is amazing, so I will definitely be keeping it. So next up are these two highlighting powders from Dose of Colors and the I Love Sarai collection. We have the shade Bathe and Soulmate. So Soulmate is this one. It's like a beautiful goldish kind of bronzy shade formula, and I also really enjoy watching I Love Sarai, so I will be keeping this one for sure. And this one is a little bit more of kind of like a nude, and it has some bronzy fleck into it as well. Really good formula for these. Very smooth. Gives you that really nice frosty glow. Really love the packaging, and I really do love I Love Sarai, so I will be keeping these. This next one is from Gerard Cosmetics. This is the Star Powder, and this is in the shade Marilyn. I really love the packaging. It's nice and gold and clear. It does have this like opening here, so it prevents powder from going everywhere. Really nice actual gold shade. It's more of like a yellow gold kind of highlighter. I do really like it. I haven't used it in forever. On top of that, I haven't bought anything from Gerard Cosmetics in a while. I just feel like they're always on the controversy bandwagon. They're always really kind of overhyped, and I don't know. So I think it's time to get rid of this guy. Next, we also have this Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. So earlier I showed you guys the highlighting powder. So they're two different formulas, but they're both very good. This is the Shimmer Bricks. And then this one is Pink Glow, and it has really beautiful bronzy veining throughout it. I really love this one. This one does definitely give you more of like a pink shine to the skin, but it's not so overwhelmingly pink. It just looks really nice. It's like a pink silver It's a very unique shade, but I love it on the skin. So this one I'm definitely keeping. I have another shimmer brick here. This one is actually a limited edition find from a couple of years ago. This is in the shade Sandstone. Together, it gives a really beautiful bronzy, silvery glow to the skin. I love it. It is very unique. Oh, this one I'm definitely keeping. Then the last Bobbi Brown shimmer brick I have is this one here. This is in bronze, I think. Right here it has this limited edition packaging. I really like it. I love this one too. Beautiful bronzy kind of yellow tone to the skin. Really nice and glowy, and I feel like this is leaning more towards yellow gold kind of highlighter, and I just don't get as much use out of it. I much rather prefer my Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow highlighting powder that gives you a little bit more gold and bronzy kind of feel versus something that's like a little bit more yellow kind of gold here. So I do think it's time to part with this one as well. And then the one all the way in back here is this one from MAC. This is from the Bao Bao Wan collection in a summer opal. So this is a beauty powder, but it can be used as a highlighter just because it's so light. I really liked it for quite some time, but now I just feel like this is too pinky pearl on the skin and it's not frosty enough for like a bam kind of highlighted glow. So I think it's time to pass on this one as well. So then on the side here, I do have some highlighters and I have one down here. This is a small like deluxe sample size I got. This is in Hot Sand. This is from Nars. This one is a really beautiful pearly kind of highlighter. It gives you that pearl, but it's like a bronze pearl. I really like it. This looks so beautiful like in the summer with really bronzy skin. This one's really nice, and then since it's so tiny, I do think I'm just gonna keep it. The two that are here, let's look through them. So this one is from Sleek Makeup. This is the highlighting palette in Solstice. This is a cream highlighter, and then these are your powder ones. This is seriously like the most intense highlighter from the drugstore out there. Like all of the powders on the skin are just super wet looking, really dewy looking. I like that you can like mix all of them together or get separate ones. I do like all of these, and I still get a lot of use out of it, so I will definitely be keeping this one. And then the last one of this middle row is from Wet n Wild. This is the highlighting bar. This was from their limited edition collection, and this is the Earth highlighting bar. I really do like the multiple veinings in here. It gives you a very like different kind of highlighted look, but overall I feel like this is still just like a gold, like yellow gold kind of highlighter. I honestly don't even remember if I used it more than like 4 or 5 times. I think I have to pass it on since I don't get use out of this one. Right, so that is what's left of the middle row. We definitely have a lot more space in here now. Still have space over there. These are the highlighters from the middle row that we are going to put away to sell or pass up on. Starting the last row up front here. This first highlighter is from the brand Mally. I don't even know if this brand is still around. Goldish highlighter. This one I definitely feel like leans more towards like a yellow gold, but it's not so yellow. But I don't get much use out of this one, so I think it's time to pass on. Next I have this little highlighter from Tarte. This is the Exposed highlighter. So it's their Amazonian clay highlighters. It's just this neutral pearl kind of highlighted shade. I surprisingly really do like this one. It definitely gives a lot more of a pearlish kind of gold look, but I love the formula. It's very smooth, pigmented, and it does give a frosty effect, so I will be keeping this one. So last Becca one I have here, my oldest Becca product. This is Opal from Becca. Very popular because Jaclyn Hill made it popular. Very, very nice, very smooth. Somehow I really like it, and I still get more use out of this one, so this one I'm keeping. So I have two like little palettes with holiday print from MAC on these ones. I keep them in my highlighter drawer because they do have a blush and highlighter with it. The shade Tutu, another beautiful pearl pink kind of highlighter. I really do like this one. I don't have anything that's like this pale pink and pearly in my collection, and I do get a lot of use out of both the blush and highlighter, so I will be keeping this one. Comes in the blush Pleasure model, and then the highlighter is the ever so popular and infamous Whisper of Guilt from MAC. Really beautiful gold highlighter. Most of the gold highlighters out there on the market were trying to like dupe this. Of course, I get a lot of use out of it because it's a gold highlighter, so this one we're keeping. All the way back here, I do have a little highlighter as well. This is from Wet n Wild. This is from their Mermaid collection, the limited edition one. Like real yellow in some lights, and then it has like a hint of teal on it. I don't necessarily get the most use out of this one just because it's a little bit more of an intense highlighter, but I do like it for an eyeshadow, like a duochrome eyeshadow, and I still get some use out of it, so I will be keeping this one. Back here, I do have two from Jouer. Love how sleek the packaging looks and how reflective it is, but it does get like really bad fingerprints on it. This one is in the shade Topaz, which I love. This one is a beautiful bronzy shade. This one is gorgeous in the summer. Surprisingly, unlike the other bronze shades in my collection, I do get a lot of use out of this one, so I will be keeping it. One that I have here is in the shade Citrine. This one is like a light pearl gold shade. Again, another gold. I really do like this one. I actually get more use out of Topaz than I do Citrine just because this is a little bit more of like a lighter, paler gold. And yeah, I love them both, so I will be keeping both. So right in front here, I do have one more Wet n Wild highlighter. This is the Bar of Gold. This one was so hard to get a hold of when it first came out. Everybody wanted it. Again, really beautiful gold shade. Is like a little bit more nude kind of a gold shade. Really unique. I really love it. Out of all the highlighters I have from Wet n Wild, this one is definitely my favorite. This one is really cool too because it does come with a mirror, so that's kind of fun. I do like the shade, so I will be keeping this one. On this side, it actually has two compartments, so that's the first one, and now we're on to the last compartment back here. I have two of these Artist Couture diamond powders. I have the shade Conceited and Illuminati. If you can see in the packaging, because I don't want to like open them and have powder go all over the place. I really do like both of them. I feel like these are really good loose powders. I feel like it's hard to make good loose powders that still are very pigmented. They give you that frosty effect. These are very good. I love both of them. I will be keeping these. Tucked in here, I have one from Hourglass. Ambient lighting powder. This is in dim light. So this one is going to be the more kind of shimmery one of all of them, but this one is definitely not like a highlighter, like a really frosty highlighter. I like this when I want to highlight certain points on my face, but I don't want to add like a frosty glow. This one is perfect also for like things and stuff where you want that like ethereal kind of finish. I do like it. I don't get much use out of it because it's so small. I think I'm just gonna keep it. One I have is from Farsali. This is the Jelly Beam highlighter. This one's actually a cream highlighter, and as you can see, it has separated. It just does not look like it's gonna work. This one will also go. So I do have one more jelly highlighter as well. This is from Makeup Revolution. This one has also separated, so this one will also be going. Next I have, these are from Laura Geller, and these are the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminators. Charming Pink. This is really beautiful pink kind of highlighter. I love this one. Another beautiful like pinky pearl sea kind of color. Love it. So this one I'll be keeping. Another really popular gold highlighter. First kind of went viral because Resi talked about it. This is Gilded Honey. This one was like sold out everywhere. Really beautiful. Very similar to like Whisper of Guilt. Just a very nice yellow bronzy gold shade. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones, so I will be keeping it. It's from Laura Mercier. This is the Highlight 01, the Radiance Baked Highlighter. I love this one too. I don't feel like it gets a lot of hype because it's not like super frosty, but it's still a really nice glow to the skin. It still does give you a little bit of a frosty kind of shine. It's more of a true pearl, but it's like a muted pearl, and because it is baked, it just like looks so nice on the skin. This is perfect for like weddings and stuff, or if you want to get into highlighting but you don't want like a super frosty glow. This one is really nice. Down to the last two. This one is from Hard Candy. This is a drugstore highlighter. One of my oldest products, one of my first products. Nude shade. There's a little bit of gold on there too, but it's a little bit more nude. I really did like this one for many years, but I just don't get as much use out of it. This one is ready to go. A really beautiful gold highlighter, but this one has like some bronze veining and some pearl veining on there. This one became really popular because J-Lo's makeup artist used it. really beautiful gold. I love this one too. You can still buy this one. It was limited edition in this packaging, but I think you can still buy it in just a different packaging, but I love it. From this last pile, we kept most of them, but we still did really well. These are the ones that we are gonna pass up on. I do also have these 4 that were located somewhere else because they just didn't fit in my highlighter drawer. That is in, I can't even remember the shade. It doesn't say it on here. This is a really gorgeous silver kind of highlighting shade. Nice kind of silvery icy tone. I love it. I surprisingly do get a lot of use out of it, so I will be keeping it. This one is from Makeup Revolution. This is the triple baked highlighter in Goddess of Faith. First and foremost, I love the packaging of this. Like, how cute is the heart? This one's a really beautiful silver pearl kind of color as well. This one surprisingly is very, very intense, and I get a lot of use out of it too. I love this one. Another Wet n Wild highlighter here. I talked about this guy in my oldies but goodies makeup video where I talk about some makeup products that are from like the past or that I used to love. I love this one. It's so good. This one was the Fergie collaboration edition, but I think you can still get it. Unique shade 2. It's like a yellow gold, but it has bronze and pink veining, which kind of give it this really, really nice like gold nudie kind of flesh highlighted look. I love it. It's very unique. We'll be keeping it. Finally, one of my more expensive highlighting products. This is the Bar of Gold from Charlotte Tilbury. 3 different highlighting shades. I use it a lot. I love this one. It gives you 3 different like a more yellow one, pink one, or bronze one. Looks so nice on the skin. I surprisingly get so much use out of this one. I love it. All right, so finally after the decluttering, this is what it looks like. Finally, we're able to have all the highlighters in one place. Have my loose highlighters there. And then in the center are all the circle and square ones. And these are all highlighters that I'm constantly using. I love it. And then let me show you all the highlighters we're gonna get rid of. So these are the highlighters that will have to be rehomed. I think we definitely got out some of the ones that I wasn't using that were just taking up space in the collection. The ones we kept are definitely a lot more of my style. All right guys, so that is it. I feel pretty happy with the amount of highlighters I'm actually getting rid of. Some of these will be going to my sister. Some of these I will be selling to a third-party retailer that takes makeup. Some of these I will be donating, so don't you worry. They're not going to be going in the trash. Somebody else will get use out of them, hopefully. But yeah, it was long overdue. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. If you guys like declutter videos or want to see more, or if you have any recommendations, please leave them down in the comments below and I will be sure to get back to them and film those for you guys. I hope you're all doing well during this time. I hope you guys are staying home, staying safe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.